think at first the ePortfolio is something that you view as another requirement, so it's a bit of a chore when I first heard about it through multiple classes. But as I started working with it, I realized it was a really good platform to not only showcase the things that I'm doing in school and remind myself of the things I'm accomplishing and why I'm in school, but also it's a good tool to use professionally, especially in like scholarships, jobs. It's a way that people can see what you're up to and what you've been doing. My first art class, it was actually exploring art because of the way she presented it about how as artists, if we continue on with art, that we have to have portfolios that show what we do as artists. That she explained that the ePortfolio was the same thing except for your entire education, showing what you've accomplished and what you've done. And so looking at it like that, seeing it as a whole, as you grow and graduate from school, to be able to show people what you've accomplished, that it's just as important as the art portfolio would be to an artist. I've always been into art, and so in working with that and having to put some of my artwork out there on display took away the feeling of bragging about what I was doing. It needed to be up there, and it felt good to be able to show people what I was doing and to be proud of what I had accomplished. Any signature assignment that you do, because you have to do the reflections with the assignments, I think all of them are really valuable. Even the classes that I didn't really think played a big role in my learning, once you sit down and you do the reflections, you have to apply what you're learning to your real life. And I think communications is a good one, where I actually looked at what it was I learned, how it applied to my life, and you see the benefit of why it is they have you do the reflections and the assignments, as well as maintain a portfolio. I think the introduction page is a good one too, because really you had to sit down and talk about you and introduce yourself and think about who you are and why you're doing what you're doing and the purpose for going on the path that you're going. So I think that that was a really important one. More than anything, I just have to say that it's the reflecting back on the importance of the required general curriculum that they have you take. A lot of times you take classes that you're not quite understanding why it's a required class for you to take for your general education, and it really just opens you up to understanding why the requirements are what they are. It's a personal thing of me knowing what I've accomplished and reminding myself of why I'm struggling to go to school full-time with 2 kids. For anybody else, I think for people to be able to look at it and get inspiration for what potential an ePortfolio has. Again, I think it's reminding yourself of why you're in school, what you're learning, and for teachers, if they could find a way to present it to make it not sound like such a work, like an assignment or something that you have to do, I think that would really, really help. For students, I think just getting in and doing it and playing around with it and realizing how much fun it can be, what you can do, how much of yourself and your personality you can put into your portfolio. Just do it. Get it done. It's fun. It's not as bad as you think once you get it set up. There's a lot of really fun, easy websites to do. There's a lot of fun content you can play around with photos and just different layouts. It's really a lot of fun. Just give it a try.